After over 40 years of violin making, I have noticed one thing which most musicians could solve by themselves, but don't, and creates a lot of problems. Stay tuned and I tell you what it is all about. Hello, this is Edgar from Cremona, Italy, and I build great sounding instruments every day a little bit. Recently I made a trip and I actually thought I will have a little bit of free time and a little bit nice sun in California. And it turned out an intense week of a lot of musicians which I met. And there were a lot of young fellows, musicians, colleagues, teachers, people who are in the market who are searching for a violin makers who showed me their antique instruments, and I was you know. And in that time, actually, I realized the biggest problem all of them had, and I just adjusted it on all instruments just a little bit and created a lot of wow, is that the bridge is not standing how it should. Now, I made already several videos about it, and I know you might not be a violin maker, but as a musician nowadays, you cannot afford that this is not correct. And especially if you are signed up already to my channel, there is no excuse that you don't adjust your bridge yourself. I show you one picture of one violin which was the worst, where the bridge was towards the fingerboard, and they were complaining that it doesn't keep the tune. It doesn't keep the tune. Damn, what did you do, Edgar? You're the violin maker. It doesn't take the tune. In reality, when this bridge is standing like this and you try to tune, it's just flexible, the whole thing. The bridge in itself, which should be stable, when it's inclined to the front, starts to move. It was already a miracle that this bridge didn't flap down on the top. The rosin on the strings avoids and makes it difficult to move the bridge, and this is very likely the main reason that these people don't sit down on a chair, put the instrument on their lap, and with two fingers on one side, two on the other, on the top side of the bridge, you slowly move the bridge. Take the violin, look it from the side, put it back on your lap, move it a little bit, and this is something which you have to do always. While you had an intro and then you're just waiting during the music continues and the rest of the gang is playing, you just look a little bit on your violin. And if there is something, you can move it just a little bit here, a little bit here, every day a little bit or once in a week. But if you don't do anything for a few years, the whole bridge, because of the string tension, is moving towards the peg box, towards the fingerboard, and the whole thing is moving. So now, small advice, in case you face it that it's not moving, calm down. Take one of the great microfiber cloths. If it's one of my shop where it's printed on Edgar, Russ, you know that you have the best microfiber cloth in your hand. If you have another one, great as well. Same with the string cleaner, which is a solvent. So a string cleaner is nothing else than a solvent. So you can also find a solvent somewhere in the Home Depot or in a Walmart, and then you clean the string before you start moving. So you go very close to the bridge and clean the string to the back side where there is already some rosin. You clean it on the front side a little bit, and then you make this whole process sitting down, putting the instrument on your lap, and then slowly moving the bridge a little bit back. In case your situation is this strong incline like on my picture I showed you, then do it just a little bit at a time. Do a little bit today, a little bit tomorrow. In that way the feet and everything can a little bit adapt to this new situation. And from time to time lift the single strings, because in case they're like sticked on because of the rosin on the string and between string and bridge, then it's a little bit getting off a little bit, yeah? Cleaning it first with my string cleaner would be a great idea, or another solvent, but just watch out that nothing of this solvent gets on your varnish. It's just only to clean the strings, okay? Don't exaggerate, don't get maniac and clean the whole violin and then it's without varnish. No. And don't use and handle this bottle over your violin. Do it on the side, okay, on the microfiber cloth, and then clean the strings. You will see there's a lot of dirt coming out, and most of it is rosin with dust and dirt and whatever. Clean the strings and then move this bridge. Here, let's take, now this here is always great. It is to the back side here, always in 90 degrees. I showed it also with my business card, which I cut it and then I put it next. It seems inclined, but it's not inclined. It just divides the angle, this angle of the strings in two equal parts. That's what it's all about. And you can solve a lot of problems by doing this, okay? What? That was the secret? Yes, that's it. It's so easy. Sometimes things are so easy. Then certainly there's always, we can top up and just see all the videos and then you can find something else, which is, but this is the main issue which I faced on most instruments I've seen. The issue with the banded bridge is a little bit like standing a little bit wrong, and at a certain point you get a backache or you get some aches somewhere on your body because your body is not made to stand in that position for so long. The violin works more or less like a human being, and so treat it like a human being. After this one, it's definitely worth that you finally sign up to this YouTube channel. I think you owe me that. And if you want to be really nice, sometimes some people already made me a small donation offering me a cup of coffee. Thanks for the coffee. Ciao, ciao. See you next time.